Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to get a really cool, expensive marker look with cheap Crayola markers that you can get right now for 97 cents at back to school sale time at Target, Walmart, Kmart probably. I don't know, I don't go there very often, but definitely at Target. They have these marker sets, 10 sets of Crayolas for 97 cents, and they'll work just fine for your stamping. So first what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this little flower here because it's very easy. We're going to take a little piece of either cardstock or hot press watercolor paper, something smooth. I just die cut it into a pretty shape. Then I am going to grab I'm just going to wipe it off there first. I'm going to grab some markers and color my stamp. I'm doing some yellow in the middle. If your tip gets dirty, then just scribble it out on a scrap paper until it comes nice and yellow again, and that will clean it right up. Very easy to do. I'm going to use some red here. You always work darkest to lightest. Lightest to darkest. Yes, my goodness. And I'm going to do a few dabs of brown right there in the center. Then you want to breathe on your stamp and press it to your paper. Alright, now while the paint is still wet, well the marker is still wet, you don't even have to, you can actually let it dry, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to take a damp brush with just water on it, and I can go around and I can just liquefy some of that ink and drag it around, and I get a really pretty watercolor look. If you decide you want to add more color, you can scribble your marker off onto a tile, and you can add a little bit in very painterly, kind of like watercolor, but honestly I think this is just really pretty right on its own. Isn't that great? Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is we're going to use more of a shadow type stamp, and this also is by artneco.com, formerly About Art Accents, just like the peony stamp. So the first thing I'm going to do is color this, all this bamboo with this light green Crayola marker. And then I want to add some orange to that bamboo because that green is really, really bright. So I just want to kind of dull down that color a little bit. Oh, and if your marker gets messed up, remember, just scribble it out. It will come clean again. And these markers are not brand new. I've been using them for quite a while. Oops, I want the dark green. I've been using them for quite a while in classes, and my kids have used them, and they're still going strong. So these are a couple years old, just to let you know that. I'm going to add a little bit of red on these birds. I don't know why, I just thought it needed a little bit of red. No real reason there. And I'm going to tap on some brown. It's for a little bit of, kind of like the local king technique there. I like that, that's pretty. Alright, then again, breathe on it, which is easy because I'm full of hot air, and I think I stamped it a little too close to the edge, but you'll get the drift. There we go. Okay, now if I want, I can scribble some color over here on my tile. I know I'm going to want these colors, so I'll scribble them all at once. Some yellow, a couple greens. Look how juicy they are. I mean, it's kind of what you expect with like high quality art supplies, and these are cheap kid supplies, so I'm totally excited about that. I'm going to mask off a sun. I think I'm going to put it over on this side this time. And I am going to grab, first I think I'll grab a little orange because I don't really just want, I feel like it needs a little bit extra color in there. See, if I just do damp brush I get more of the red, but I want to pick up a little orange. Orange in those guys. Okay, and if you want, you can even get very painterly with it. You can pick up some of these colors on the tiles and add some color in like that. You know, any place you think it needs a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to set this aside just to make sure those birds dry, but I'm going to show you a cool technique with a color duster. Hopefully this is dry by now. I think so. That's the one we just colored. I just think it's really pretty the way it is, but I like to add a little bit of a rouge around the edge. So I'm just grabbing this kind of like a shaving brush. You can use any big hoggy brush that you have, or a shaving brush, anything like that. I'm going to add a little bit of orange to that to dull down that green so I get more of a natural sap green. So you can mix it, and I'm just going to, you can see the edge of that paper was a little wet, so it really grabbed that color. You can see it right there, so you want to make sure your paper's dry if you don't want that to happen. Just using this like I would on a stamp pad, but I'm assuming that you might not have a stamp pad, or you might want to be keeping your materials, keeping to simpler materials. But there, look how easy that is. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so we're going to go back to our image here, and I'm just going to hit it with a heat gun for a second. Alright, I just want to make sure that there wasn't any wet paper there. And I'm going to take this little color duster here, my orange color duster. I'm going to grab a little bit of that yellow that I scribbled out and go over that sun on the top half of my page. I think I want a little bit more yellow there. This is just going to give me a really soft blend. Oops, it wants to come loose on me. I'm going to grab a little yellow and orange together. Take your time on this. I am rushing. I don't want this to be a super long video. And plus I've done this a few times already. I've made a few samples of this, so I'm just kind of want to get it done there for you quickly so you can hurry up and go start your own project. A little more green on my palette there. This is just a white ceramic tile. You can use a you can use a piece of packaging or a plastic baggie or whatever you have, anything glossy, plastic, glass. You can use a stamping block for this, something like that. Alright, so then we take away our little mask, and there we have this lovely little scene with a sunshine, and it's ready to go on your card. I did one on glossy photo paper, but the background didn't blend so well. It was because it's photo paper, not glossy cardstock. So there's another option to use some stuff up if you have some extra like small glossy photo papers that you haven't been able to find a use for. But there you have it. Cheap markers, Crayolas. They are fantastic, and you can get the look of the expensive stuff for much less. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Share it with your friends if you think they might enjoy it. And as always, happy crafting.